Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bachelor video? What's happening? I'm gonna be reading Chris Harrison's smutty romance novel. Let's sit down and talk about it. Y'all, I freaking love The Bachelor. Okay, I love The Bachelor. It's such a guilty pleasure for me. Me and Cameron watch every Monday. We literally pay for a streaming service for live TV now, simply so we can watch The Bachelor. The obsession runs deep. And if you're a part of Bachelor Nation, then you know how strong these bonds are. You know how serious people take it. People literally scroll back on the contestants' Instagrams like 4 years and find one time when they had a falling out with their ex-best friend, and then the ex-best friend will go on Nick Viall's podcast.
It's crazy.
And this whole Bachelor world really just fascinates me. I think it's so funny, and I think it's like a study in human behavior. I don't know. I'm very interested by reality TV and the crazy shit that people will do. So, all this to say, I was watching The Bachelor last week, and on one of the group dates, Matt, the current Bachelor, just sat in a chair, and all of these wonderful women that were on a date with him all at the same time had to write smut, basically fan fiction about themselves and Matt, and read it aloud in front of him. First of all, I would jump off a bridge. Second of all, this was all to promote Chris Harrison, the iconic host of The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise. Chris Harrison of the "Fuck you, Chris Harrison." Yeah, that Chris Harrison. It was to promote his novel called The Perfect Letter. And this is apparently a romance that happens in Texas.
When a big city girl from New York City goes back to her small town of
Austin, Texas, and has a lot of sex. First of all, Austin is not a small town. I don't know why that choice was made, Chris. I don't know if you've ever been to my city of Austin, Texas, but it's not a small town at all. So we're gonna get into my thoughts, because I think you can tell from the title, I am reading The Perfect Letter in this reading vlog. Hopefully I can speed through it real quick and give you guys the tea, because I don't want to be reading this for multiple days. Okay, I'll just be honest. I started this book last night. I'm only 3 chapters in, and I already want to die. The writing is so bad. Chris Harrison is iconic, okay?
Please take a moment and say your goodbyes.
King of rose ceremonies, king of bringing back your ex from 10 years ago and having him propose the day before you're about to go propose to the person you were dating for the past 2 months that you think you're in love with. Okay, he's a fucking king. He's rolling in the dough. He's an executive producer of the best reality show possibly to ever air on television. The heteros worship this man, okay? He has all these accolades, yes, but the writing, you'll see. So let me just give you my initial thoughts on the first 3 chapters of The Perfect Letter. So I already hate the misogyny. It's very obvious that this main character, who's a woman, was written by a man. Let me just take you through some quotes. This is the very first line of the book. Lee Merrill grew up surrounded by men.
Lee girl, I'm so sorry. Blink twice if you need help.
And this was supposed to make her tough.
She got the training from the School of Hard Knocks because she grew up around men who were tough and they were from Texas.
a break. I'll throw in another quote here. I think I screenshotted one, and her soon-to-be fiance called her young lady, and she was like thirsting over that because nobody had called her young lady since her grandpa, who passed away. I don't know, I don't want to speculate, but granddaddy issues, like, I don't know what's going on there. Also weird, I don't think any grown woman wants to be called a young lady. It's pretty disrespectful, especially coming from someone who's supposed to be your equal partner. Very odd. Also, the way the men are written in this book too is just like weird. Like, Chris, what do you think us women want? Because he described this man who's supposed to be like sexual as having predatory eyes.
Not looking for a predator.
Maybe he got confused, he had an identity crisis, and he was like, no, I'm not Chris Harrison writing a romance. I'm Chris Hansen writing About to Catch a Predator. I don't know what happened. He had a little crisis. He just forgot. Also, I talked about this earlier. The whole story is about Lee going back to her small little country bumpkin hometown of the literal like 7th biggest city in the United States, which is Austin, Texas. And she's like finding herself again and getting in touch with her roots.
Because her big New York boyfriend just proposed to her and she's having a crisis. And she has everything she wants, but maybe there's more hiding in Texas.
You know, it's that storyline. And when she gets to Texas, she like meets up with her high school bestie, and I love her. This character is iconic, but she's also like the biggest cliche caricature of what a Southern person is. He specifies how she says things because her accent is apparently so thick. Like, I do have a slight Southern accent. You can probably hear it in my voice right now. If you're from the South, you probably don't hear it because it's pretty subtle, and I've been working since the age of like 7 to get rid of it. But if you are not from the South, you probably can tell in my voice. I do have a slight Southern accent. It's just comes with living in Texas. That's just what happens. But this girl, the best friend, she says like, holy shit about something. And like, I'm a Southern lady and I would be like, holy shit. Like, but the way that it was written out, I'll just put it here. All of these characters are not real people. If I met this girl, I would be scared of her. I would be terrified. This is not a normal girl that you would see walking around the streets of Austin, Texas. I'm scared.
Ooh, a lot of people will be scared here. A lot of people will be scared, and I'll name them.
Also, there's this other subplot where her ex-boyfriend from 10 years ago just got out of jail. He was in jail because he accidentally murdered someone. And she's like,
I can't believe he didn't call me when he got out of jail. Like, this murderer that I've been, haven't had contact with for 10 years. Like, I can't believe he didn't call me.
Huh? I don't think... Chris. As a woman, I don't think I would be thirsting after my ex from 10 years who went to jail for fucking murder. Like, just a note. Those are basically my thoughts, and we are only 3 chapters in. I have a lot of critiques. I'm not thinking this one's gonna be a 5-star, but I'll update you once I get to the halfway point, and we'll see. We'll just have to see. Also, side note, I wore this matching set in another one of my recent videos, and I got a ton of comments asking where it was from. It's the Wild Fable brand at Target. So I thought I would pop in and tell you that. Now, I'm gonna go read more of this horrendous book. Okay, I've never read a book with more cliches in my entire life. Not the dead parents. Not the Disney dead parents. Her mom literally died of cancer. She never knew who her dad was. I bet the dad's gonna like pop up. Just wait, just wait. The daddy issues are abound and the granddaddy issues. So just wait till we get into that. This is so bad. Literally, I'm a quarter in and it's so bad. Hey, okay, update. I had to start drinking to read this book because it is so bad. It is so cliche. I'm going to be saying spoilers, so if you want to read this book,
Please don't.
stop watching now. So yeah, the ex-boyfriend is not a murderer. He was covering up the fact that our main character murdered a man. It was because he was sexually assaulting her, so go for it, sis. But also, Chris Harrison is trying to be our feminist king, and he's simply not. He does not understand the woman's true struggle. Everything is much too obvious and not nuanced like I would like it to be. So needless to say, this reading experience is not going well. Also, if I have to be on my second glass of wine to get through a book, maybe it's not the best. Okay, goodbye. Say that again.
Are you recording?
Yes, I'm recording.
I said Chris Harrison, stick to reality TV shows.
Cheers to that. We're at the halfway point. It's been a long journey. So she reconnected with the not murdering ex-boyfriend. She's actually a murderer. What? Cliches are abound. You know, reading this is like reading a Hallmark movie, and I feel like most people don't read a Hallmark movie, they just kind of like have them on in the background. Yeah, no, this is like extremely boring. I am very much skimming at this point. The whole reason why the book is called The Perfect Letter is because she kept writing letters to this man in jail. Well, he was in jail and he was writing her back, but he wasn't sending them. So she thought that he hated her. And he finally got out and he didn't contact her, which if we remember, she was pressed about. Well, now they've reconnected. He dropped off all the letters like all at once, which is like, if you were gonna do that, why didn't you just send the letters? Because now she's engaged to another man. Well, doesn't matter because they're cheating. They're two little cheater pumpkin eaters, and that's what their bag is, I guess. So we're in the midst of cheating, and I don't know, like we're halfway through and there's been no sex scenes, and the way that they made it sound on The Bachelor when they were like promoting this book was like,
Oh my god, there's so much sex. It's so smutty.
it's not. I feel like these Bachelor people are just vanilla as fuck or something. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Sorry if you can hear Cameron slurping down his spaghetti in the background. This is the halfway update. I'm about to go sprint with some of my favorite people, and hopefully I will see you soon for another update. So I am currently sprinting with the gals, and I am a little bit further into The Perfect Letter, and let me just tell you, it's not getting any better writing wise, but I am a little bit more interested in the plot now that it's not just a romance. So we found out in the last chapter that basically Lee, our main character, somebody found out that she was the actual killer of this man 10 years ago. Now that her boyfriend or her ex is out, this person is trying to come out of the woodwork and say, like, I know it's you, and basically blackmail her into, you know, paying him money so he doesn't spill the beans and say that she was the one who actually murdered this man. So that is the part that I'm liking. That's like actually intriguing to me. I want to know what's gonna happen with that. So good job, Chris, putting in a mystery, intrigue, like it. But the thing that I'm not liking is the like gross, half-baked, cheat heavy love triangle. I'm really not enjoying the romance. Also, I just can't get past the fact that like Ashley, I, and all these people on The Bachelor were like, oh my god, this book is crazy, it's so smutty. And there's literally nothing happening with that. So I don't know if I'm gonna update you again tonight. It's about to get dark, so the lighting's gonna get bad. I will probably update you tomorrow morning. I'm over halfway through, so I will probably tell you my final thoughts tomorrow when there's good lighting and I have my thoughts all together. Hi, it's the next day and it's me. I finished this train wreck of a novel and I'm ready to tell you about it. Needless to say, I'm rating The Perfect Letter 1 singular star because it is a book that exists. Thank you, Boba, for jingling your approval. I'm not gonna lie, one of the things that really heavily contributed to my 1-star rating was the fact that Chris Harrison, this author, kept referring to a character's teeth as looking like baked beans, and it made me extremely uncomfortable. That visual, baked bean teeth. You just try to picture that for one moment. Ew. So that was like my number one qualm. Also, everyone had daddy issues. I thought it was just like the main girl, you know, her dad, she never knew him. Okay, understandable, daddy issues. Nah, the love interest had daddy issues. The other love interest that she didn't actually love had daddy issues. The best friend had daddy issues. Chris, do you need to talk about something? Because it seems like this is a running theme. No, but let's actually talk about like some serious critiques. I did not like how every twist and turn in this book was not only predictable, but like one of convenience. It's like,
Oh yeah, so we really need to get rid of this blackmail material, and what do you know? The house that it was in burned down to the ground. What a coincidence! It's so perfect for our characters. They didn't even have to do anything and all of their problems are solved.
so everything was just really convenient, and that was really annoying. Also, the end was like, ugh, it was so bad. It was supposed to be like cheesy, cliche, cute, which basically the whole book was cheesy and cliche. I don't know about cute. But the end, I was like, okay, like this has some potential to like be actually cute, you know. Everybody drags a Hallmark movie, but then at the end, when it's like all cute, you can't lie, everyone thinks it's cute. Yeah, no, that didn't even happen with The Perfect Letter, because this girl basically forgives everything that this man from her past has done, and he forgives her, and they're ready to be together. And then she basically has to beg him to be with her, because he's like,
No, I'm no good for you. I ruined your life. I couldn't, you're way too good for me. I could never.
like, bitch, she's literally saying I want to be with you. Why are you fighting her? Like, why are you saying no? I thought this is what you wanted. And then finally she like wears him down and he's like,
Okay, fine.
but it's like, isn't that what you wanted? Like, isn't that what the whole point of the fucking book was? I just didn't like the misogynistic undertones of like, oh no, the man is in charge and he's trying to convince her to be with him, and then when she finally wants to be with him, he's like, actually no, I hold the power, he he he. Like, no you don't, and that's not fucking cute. So yeah, it was basically a train wreck. Very reminiscent of Nicholas Sparks, but make it not make sense, make it baked bean teeth, and make it more country. I'm so happy that I was able to take one for the team on this one and read it for you guys, so you guys don't have to read it. Maybe King Chris should just stick to hosting, because I feel that writing is really not his thing. Unless he's about to write a memoir and spill all the Bachelor tea, then I would be down to pick up another book from Chris Harrison. But until then, I think I'm good on Bachelor fictional romances. So that is gonna be all for this video. I hope you really enjoyed me dragging this book. I hope you do not read this book. I hope you do in fact watch The Bachelor, and if you do, hit me up on Instagram, follow me, we can talk about it. I always post on my story when I'm watching it, so follow me there, and also subscribe here if you are not subscribed. Go ahead and like this video if you liked hanging out with me like I liked hanging out with you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.